Alright, hey guys, this is Comrade445 here. I'm showing you guys today how gas pistols work. There's a WE Desert Warrior 1911. I took off the rail. Normally there's a rail right here like that, but I took it off because I don't have anything to put on it. And it was just kind of bulky and in the way. Also, I have this to show y'all. This is a Black Hawk retention lanyard for the pistol. It's nice. Only thing I wish they did was change this material that they made this out of. It's kind of like a half a centimeter, what is that, 5mm nylon cord that's kind of just melted together right here. And it feels really flimsy. I wish they would have made that out of that really thin cord that they make like the Wii straps out of. If y'all have ever played with a Wii, the little piece that connects to the Wii remote. Those are really strong and I really like those. Anyway, let's get into this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this gun apart. Mag's already out. And I'm going to explain to y'all what happens inside this gun. So first of all, let me get into this stuff right here. This is all of the components, I guess you could say, that go into this part. Obviously. All of this stuff, I'm not sure what it does inside the gun, to be honest, because that's just how they designed it. I'm not sure what it does. I'm pretty sure these are just locking pieces to lock it in certain positions, because if you see in the slide here, if I can get this with the light, and there's a ridge in here that one side would fit into, and here's another one right here that the other side would fit into. And I'm just guessing that that's just all they're for, is for locking those little silver pieces right here. If y'all can see them, this piece and this piece right here. I'm guessing that's all those are for. The hammer on the gas blowback doesn't do anything except for looks and function to be, I guess, more Milsim, more real steel look or something like that. It does help with the back plate here, or not back plate, grip safety. Yeah, it does help with the grip safety. When you pull that and then you pull that back, you can feel this move down slightly more. Then it tightens up on your hand and it moves down a little bit more. And it just does that basically to let you know that your gun has cycled, I guess. And there's a piece in here, goes from the hammer all the way down here, and there's a spring in here with a little piece on top of it that makes that go up and down and do that and all. But I'm not going to take this part apart because I really don't want to. It'll take me about 3 hours to get it back together. But that is the basics of the internal of this part of the gun. The trigger is just, you probably can't see it there, but there's a piece inside there, and it's the shape of the trigger, the magwell. And it just goes around the magwell and it's slightly longer, so it has space. You can see that shiny part right in the middle. It's kind of moving. That's what it is. Basically, that's all the trigger is, and that's on a spring. That's a 3-leaf thing. It's probably actually kind of looks like my fingers do right now. It's right in here, and one is kind of bent this way. One is short, and then one is up, and kind of funky looking. I couldn't really explain it, but what that does is when you press this trigger, it releases that and whatever. It's hard to explain without taking the gun apart, which I'm not doing, like I said. Anyway, I've modified this a little bit. I've polished up the rails here and all this stuff because I don't like stuff when it's not polished. It doesn't run as smoothly. This gun runs extremely smooth. I just need to get some new green gas for it because I've run out. I might be converting it to HPA very soon. As you can see, there's little holes for the Picatinny rail. Can't think today. Stressful day anyway. And basically, all this is, the 4.3 at least, is a standard 1911 slide, they don't really change the slide, not the slide, the frame. Standard 1911 frame with a 4.3-inch barrel slide on it. And that's it. That's all it is, modified. Let's put this to the side and show y'all, get into the internals of this. This is what I'm going to be taking apart. For people who don't know how gas pistols work and I'm just assuming gas rifles work the same way. At least blowback ones do. The standard Tokyo Marui clone, like the WE, I can't remember the other ones, but if you look on Red Wolf Airsoft and stuff like that, websites like that, you can find all the clones of them. And you can even find Tokyo Maruis, which are very rare, these days anyway, around where I live. Okay, first of all, you have the barrel and the hop-up unit. Now what this is the barrel and the hop-up unit. Honestly, it works almost the same way as a regular barrel does. Hop-up's on a different side. Hop-up's over here. Where's the hop-up? Yeah, there it is. You can't see it in the shade. Right there. There's a little wheel. Let me get something to point this out. Little wheel right here, and you turn that this way for less, or for more, and this way for less. So basically either way you turn it, you get more or less. And there's this little screw right below that right there that you undo, take off that piece, because that screw holds on that piece right there, which holds this whole piece from coming out. And it's really ingenious how they design this stuff without making this whole barrel just I don't know how you say this, compact design. What's the other word for it? Not compact, but more of a sub-assembly to the gun instead of being like two sub-assemblies in itself, because this part of the barrel does come off from this part. This little seam right here, it's glued on, but it breaks, because I've had mine break before. You can pull that off and the inner barrel will be exposed. But right now I have this gun. When I originally got it, this barrel used to wobble a lot, and what I did is I took it out, I wrapped some duct tape around it so it doesn't wobble in there anymore, and it works a lot better. Like I said, I've optimized this gun a lot. Alright, what this is the recoil spring. It's pretty, and the recoil lug. It's pretty self-explanatory. Basically, the spring slides over this little rod, and this rod is sitting in here like this. And when you fire the gun, the slide goes back on this. Then this tension of the spring finally overcomes it and pushes it back out. And that is how this part works. And that's it. Now there's stronger springs you can get, weaker springs, and different stuff like that. But let's get into the kind of the guts of the gun, I guess you could call it. First of all, this gun does not come in this color. At least I never saw a black version of the 4.3. If I did see it, I would have bought it, and I wouldn't have had this all painted up. I just have a, man, that looks like crap sometimes. But, I'll just have that. It's kind of a joke between me and my friends. The first part of my name is God, so I like to make little religious jokes even though I'm not religious myself. Let me go over here. Now, to take this gun apart, the first thing you're going to need is, this is a Pittsburgh steel hex, I think it is. Yeah, it's a hex screw set. What you gotta do is you gotta take a hex screw that fits this back part snugly, and you gotta untwist it, because there's a screw right behind the rear sight and where the hammer strikes the back of the slide. And when you unscrew that after 20 minutes, because they make the screw really long to hold the whole blowback unit in. That's what the screw looks like. Sorry, I'm working with a new light and a new camera system, because this is my tablet hanging from a couple hangers. It's really ghetto. I shouldn't say kinda, it's really ghetto. And let's see. And then you gotta undo this part right here. This part right here. They say it's an adjustable sight, but it's not. Being that is airsoft, not a lot of things are the same as in real life. Just reach your screwdriver in there and pop that out. Then your sight slides off, just like that. And by the way, sights don't come like this. I painted pretty much everything on this gun. The only base color or stock color that's on this gun is the frame color, that dark tan, and the color of this sight. The base color of the black is the same color, and it's wearing out. Okay, now let me get into this. What you're gonna have come out is this little unit. Normally it'll be aluminum color, but this one is black because I painted it to make the gas a little bit more efficient. And there's going to be a little spring right here. And there's going to be a piece right here. You can see that little slot piece right here. Hang on. There we go. See, there's a little slot piece right here. And it moves along, and that's attached to this piston. This piston, actually this is a cylinder. The cylinder has a piece inside that I can't show you all in this video because the lighting is not at the right angle. But there's a spring and a circular or some sort of shape of a piece of plastic. Yeah, it's a circular shape of plastic, and it's just proprietary designing. Or actually, Tokyo Marui copy design. Anyway, you're left with this, and this is the blowback housing, I should kind of say. Let's see, come on. There we go. And then on the inside here you have this piece, which is the piston head, and this is the piston. I guess I don't know what to call that. It's just a piston piece, I guess. I'm not gonna take this out, but there's a screw here, that tiny hole right there that you can unscrew. There's a screw in the front of this that you can unscrew to disassemble this a little bit farther. But there's not really any point of me doing that. But now I'm going to explain how this works. So basically, you can make this gun look as ugly as you wanted it and would still work as long as this was in piece. Basically, when your gun is sitting like this, your magazine is sitting like that, your gas valve is sitting right there. This little piece right there, that rubbery plastic piece, sits right there snug. So when it hooks up just like that. Real snug, real tight. And when this shoots, it follows the mag for a second, that piece slides off, comes back, then this piece comes back like that, pushes it forward again. Now, let me get rid of this mag. Just imagine the magazine is still there. When the gas is injected into here, it pushes this forward. First it pushes the BB out. The BB goes, this hooks up into the barrel like this. The BB gets shot out and this goes like that, right? Well, once that happens, gets to a certain point, the spring in here, the tension from the spring will stop it and it'll pull this back. And then, by that time, it's shot the BB out, pushed this back, then this stays in, and this is attached to the slide. So this and the whole slide is sliding backwards. Then the spring tension stops it, and then pulls this back like that, so the next BB can chamber as this is sliding forward. So basically it goes like this pulls back, this slides back, and there's a BB in the chamber then. And then after that it just keeps happening and happening and happening and happening. I'm not sure how non-blowback pistols work because I've never worked on one of those, but I'm pretty sure they just have a piece like this, and it just slides like that. When it shoots, it's like choo, 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 choo. And basically works the same way, but with none of the blowback happening. You're just getting pure gas pressure working. In fact, I'm guessing it works the opposite way. And being the spring holds this forward until it shoots, and then it pushes this back, and then kind of reciprocates like that instead of like this. That's just all speculation on my part, though. So basically, this is the inside of the 1911. I've shined all this or polished it up with a Dremel and a steel brush Dremel attachment. I polished all the rails on the inside. Right now I'm currently out of silicone lube, so I can't lube up my pistol. And silicone grease shouldn't be used in these pistols, and I found that out the hard way. It acts up a lot, and I thought my pistol was broken, but apparently I'm just stupid. But that's not a surprise to me. Now this is kind of complicated. You gotta do this a couple tries. Now what I did, I don't know if I made a mistake doing this or what, but I made my spring. I took this recoil spring for this. Oh, son of a bitch. And I lit it, I stretched it out, and then I heated it up with a lighter. Now, if those people who don't know a lot about metal, you do that to a spring, it stretches this. It makes the spring keep its shape, which is good when you want to have a stronger spring. There we go. I think that's good. Oh shit! No, don't do that. Okay. See, that just fits in there like that. This part's not supposed to be flat, but it's worn down from all the use that I've gone through it. Honestly, I never really get to use this pistol anymore in wars, because every time we have a war, it's real damn cold over here in Louisiana. And if anybody here in Louisiana is watching this, you would know that the last 3 or 4 winters have been the coldest we've had for a whole hell of a long time. In fact, I can only remember a couple colder ones, and those happened 5 or 10 years ago. So basically, just to put that back together, you hold your spring down with a screwdriver through this hole, put this back in by sliding it in almost all the way down even, and you slide it over to be even with it. Then you take this and this screw. Oh, I dropped it because I'm smart like that. Take this screw, kind of turn it with your finger, and take this, slide it in. You just screw it on in. This takes a couple seconds. So yeah, I'm hoping this tablet gives me better quality, because like I said, I'm using a tablet instead of my old camera, which gave me horrible quality. And I have a couple apps on this tablet now that'll help me upload stuff and modify it slightly better. But you see, this is basically how this works here. Yeah, there we go. Let me put this in here. Okay, so this is going to be the better demonstration of it. Basically, this whole unit is like this. Gas gets pumped into here, pushing the BB out of the barrel. That goes out. Then the little flap in here closes as the pressure equalizes, pushing this way until, let me see if I can get that far, until it comes off of this. Then that goes back, recoil spring lets it go to about here, and it slams back. So basically, let me put the spring in here to show y'all. Okay, basically what happens, bang, that comes off, and that slams back like that. And that's kind of just reciprocates over and over again when you pull the trigger. Then when you do this, this is the final product. Like you can see right here that the blowback unit has not pulled back yet. Has a certain set that it can only go. You see? And that's when it keeps going until it goes all the way back. And it goes like that. Keeps going, goes all the way back. You can see the blowback unit kind of stops there. It's not supposed to, but that's not really my choice because this is an older model. They have the updated model now, and this isn't it. But I think the updated model just has little tighter tolerancers and new parts in it. I'm going to start getting some Angel custom parts for this and put them in here. Putting them in here. Sorry, I had a brain fart right there. But anyway, on this I have plastic grips on a real 1911. If I can find the old ones, I'll show them to you. Here they are. Okay, these tan grips right here come in a yellowish, an ugly yellowish color. I think the insides are still the same color. Yeah, you see that yellow color? Well, they don't have any grip on them, and this grip sucks ass. You can't hold it for anything if your hands are slippery or if your gun gets greasy when you're firing it. These I have found work much better. They're real 1911 grips. They're really really textured. I love the texture on these things. They're amazing. It kind of gives the gun a three-tone look, the black, brown, and tan. I really like that. I'm about to possibly do the upper part of this slide nickel and do it a two-tone slide because I think that would look pretty damn nice. Or not nickel, but just I think this is aluminum or steel. And I'm going to take my Dremel to this thing and clean it up, make it look neat. Now here's some of the paint, if you can see it, that's chipped off from all the layers of paint I have on this gun. It's a ridiculous amount. There's like 3 or 4 or 5 coats of paint on here. It's all that thick, whatchamacallit paint, Krylon I think it is, maybe. Yeah, so let me show y'all how to put this lanyard on and how it works. And it's supposed to go in junction with the Blackhawk, what do you call it? The Blackhawk Rigger's belt. There we go. Okay, so there's this little loop back here that when I first got the gun I was like, what the hell is that? And you take your lanyard and slide it through there. And you have the loop. You take the rest of your lanyard and run it through the loop. And try not to get it caught on everything in video. And you just pull it tight like that. And now there's a lanyard on your gun, and it doesn't really get in your way since it's at the back of the mag well. And yeah, that's how it is. Now, put my belt somewhere. Let me find it for y'all real fast. There it is. Okay, so this is the Blackhawk Rigger's belt in OD. I love this belt. It's made out of 2-inch nylon. It's really comfortable. It says Blackhawk USA. And mine's a small because I have a small waist. Now I found out that this lanyard here goes with this because this thing has Velcro. It's Velcro that goes to the loop, the steel loop. Now when you take this, you open it up. There's Velcro on 2 sides. There's one on here, which is the inside of the part, and then there's Velcro on the top to close it. So when you put this on your belt, this side faces out, of course. You can close this part first, the Velcro. Then you do this. Now, it doesn't slide. It only kind of moves like that. And what this does is it keeps it from sliding this way or this way on your belt and making it uncomfortable for you. And I love this. I was so happy when I found this out. I almost jumped for joy, I guess you could say. It's amazing that they make all their stuff to work together the way they did. That's basically how this runs. The last war I ran this pistol in, it was too cold to use it, and I took a couple shots and it just kind of crapped out on me. due to low maintenance that I used to take on all my guns. But lately I've been taking a whole hell of a lot better care of my guns. And they're loving me for it. This one needs some silicone oil and some new parts in it, just to freshen it up a bit, because it is really needing it. But other than that, thanks guys for watching. This has been Comrade 445. Please, for Christ's sake, even if you watch 2 seconds of this video, I'm going to put this in the beginning, comment on how much better or how much worse the quality is from this camera. Because this camera is like 10 years old, and it was made for YouTube when YouTube was in its infancy. So please, for Christ's sake, let me know, because I would really like to know how I'm doing. Alright guys, thank you for watching. This has been Comrade 445. For Christ's sake, please rate, comment, subscribe, hit that like button, and if you're feeling into it, leave me a message. If you live around Slidell, Lacombe, Mandeville area of Louisiana, over in St. Tammany Parish, please let me know. I'd like to know if I have any local subscribers or anything like that, and local people, because I'd like to really meet you people. And I know that 1 subscriber and those 100 views across the world are crazy, but crazy small, I guess. But I'd really like to know what you people think. I'm really trying to get into this YouTube thing, but it's hard starting out right now. Thank you for watching my video. Like I said, rate, comment, subscribe, hit that like button, please. Leave me a message on what y'all want me to talk about tech-wise later. Other than putting in a new wire harness, I can show you how to put in a new one, but I can't really show y'all how to build a new one because I don't have the materials to. Until I get them, then as soon as I get them, I will put that up. But thank you for watching. I've said this 3 times. Alright, yeah, bye. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.